Member for Kelowna Mission.
Thank you so much, Honourable Speaker. 1 in 5 British Columbians don't have a doctor, and the minister continues to try and deflect away from that fact. We have 250,000 additional unattached patients under this minister's watch. And it's no wonder that we have less than 2% of this million people without a family doctor that have found any attachment in the UPCCs that this minister brags about, because there are no doctors working at them. In the Abbotsford UPCC, there is half a doctor. Half. There are supposed to be 6. In South Okanagan-Similkamine's primary care network, there are 7 nurse practitioners, but absolutely 0 doctors out of the 6.4 approved physician FTEs. How can the Premier spend $1 billion on a vanity museum project while there are UPCCs with no doctors in them?
Minister of Health.
Well, thank you very much, Honourable Chair. And as the member will know, in 2020, we had a pandemic declared in BC. And the need and the change and the transformation in primary care that was required, urgently required, was significant. And urgent primary care centres were one part of that, and we have had 1,084,000 visits. And if the members are suggesting it would be better if we hadn't had those 1,084,000, they're incorrect. We have established 59 primary care networks.
Members, order.
We have 59 primary care networks that have attached 142,000 people. That is a fact, and that's the work of family practice doctors and the community. We've increased the family practice residency program to make it the biggest in Canada. We've made it the biggest in Canada. And what we need to do, it seems to me, Honourable Speaker, is continue our work with family practice doctors. That's what we do. That's how we've taken on these extraordinary healthcare challenges in this time of pandemic, in this time of the overdose public health emergencies, how we've taken on these challenges together. And we're going to continue to do that work, Honourable Speaker. And that means investing in primary care, not abandoning it. That means investing in surgical care, not abandoning it. That means building hospital projects in the member's constituency who's heckling, and the other member who's heckling, and the other member who's heckling. New hospital projects that demonstrate the priority of healthcare of this government, Honourable Speaker. We're just going to continue to do that work, working with our healthcare professionals and our healthcare teams who have served us with courage and integrity and professionalism in this pandemic. We're going to continue to work with them to keep working and resolving problems.
Member for Kelowna Mission supplemental.
Thank you so much, Honourable Speaker. While the minister wants to brag about residency positions opened, he might want to actually confirm that those residency positions were filled. Because in speaking with some physicians this morning at breakfast, I learned for the first time in history of British Columbia, those residency positions were not filled. The UPCCs are ineffective, and it's time for this minister to recognize it. British Columbians are desperate and not buying the UPC way. The NDP think $1 billion vanity museum project is more important than the fact that 1 in 5 British Columbians don't have a family doctor. In the primary care network for White Rock and South Surrey, there are only 33% of the doctors that there are supposed to be. Sumia Medler says, and I quote, "We need to do better. Closing down emergency rooms and no walk-in clinics is ridiculous. We need doctors and nurses," end quote. Why on earth is the Premier spending $1 billion on a vanity museum project when 1 in 5 British Columbians don't have a family doctor?
Minister of Health.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. And I think people in BC know this, that the effort of the BC health system over the last 2.5 years has been exceptional. And we are focusing on continuing that work on continuing to make improvements. The member talks about primary care networks, emergent primary care centers. The one that serves her constituency, at least the one in Kelowna, Honourable Speaker, 25 positions, 25 filled, 78,815 visits. And so I note that that wasn't raised by the honourable member, but it is for people who live in her constituency.
Member for Kamloops.
Honourable Speaker, I think what we're seeing, Honourable Speaker, I understand the opposition is tied to its message boxes. I'm tied to getting answers for people. And so,
members, order. Members will come to order.
Honourable Speaker, we have a system of primary care in BC that has been in need of reform for a long time. We need to deliver on team-based care, and we're doing that in partnership with family practice doctors. And we need to work to resolve the issues that they have in communities, fundamental issues of cost, of increasing complexity of patients that they are seeing in their communities, a fee-for-service system that inadequately reflects the work that is done by our family practice doctors every day. And we need to do that work together, not me declaring what we're going to do, but working with family practice doctors, and that's what we're going to continue to do.